I can't believe I'm even saying this right now. I literally just had to unfollow Laverne Cox on all social media platforms. You're so much better than that. It just didn't sit right with me. Am I overreacting?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, the answer is yes.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Normal Gays React video where we take on LGBT insanity from the perspective of two gay guys who haven't quite lost our minds just yet. I'm Brad Polumbo, here with TikTok extraordinaire Clarkson Lawson. Clarkson, are we big Laverne Cox fans? Referring, of course, to the transgender actor and celebrity.
I feel fairly indifferent. I honestly couldn't tell you any work that she has done. So
Orange is the New Black is the one that comes to mind for me. Did you ever watch that?
I didn't watch it. No, I don't like to watch shows that are like depicting poverty or like stuff like that. I don't like that.
You just don't like to watch lesbians.
That too. That's like But I don't know. Negative feelings towards her. Yeah.
So I have no ill will towards Laverne as a person. I have objected to some of her political advocacy. She's pushed really hard on the transing kids and other stuff on like The View and other platforms, and I do strongly disagree with that. But it's funny now because you're really never woke enough. Laverne Cox has been one of these outspoken, progressive trans celebrities, but now Laverne finds herself in the crosshairs of the woke mob after making this admission in a recent video she posted to social media. Let's take a listen.
My ex-boyfriend, when we met 5 years ago at the height of the pandemic, he was 26, I was 48. He is blonde hair, blue-eyed, MAGA Republican voter who is a New York City police officer. We were madly in love. I did not develop any of his politics. I still have my own. Yeah, my ex-boyfriend was 22 years younger than me, hot, MAGA Republican, New York City police officer. Yeah. To hear more about that, come to my show at City Winery in New York City, July 28th. It's a Monday, show time 8 p.m.
So what's more problematic? White man, police officer, or MAGA?
I honestly, this is a good promo for her show because it's definitely getting the coverage that it needs. But I think it's interesting to see how the way she's so excited to talk about it, like the fact like he's white, he's blonde hair, blue eyes. It seems a little like, which I don't. That's fine if blonde hair, blue eyes, your fetish. Yeah, it seems a little bit weird on that level, like kind of like tokeny, but to each their own. Date whoever you want. I'm happy for her.
Right. I also think it's a little odd, but I just don't care at all. Some people on TikTok though were pressed. Like you've seen this discourse, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I've seen everybody putting out their think pieces about how she's a fraud. She doesn't stand for what she believes in. It's a lot, and it's a hard watch.
Well, we're gonna watch a video here of a woke gay man explaining why he had no choice but to unfollow Laverne Cox. Listen to this.
I can't believe I'm even saying this right now. I literally just had to unfollow Laverne Cox on all social media platforms. I'm so sorry. I tried my best to give it time because I saw the post where she said that her ex-boyfriend was MAGA. I saw it, I clocked it, and I said, maybe I'm jumping to conclusions. I'm gonna just wait and see if she says more about this because I know the girls are going to tear her up in the comments. And I even wrote in the comment section, is this a prank? Where's Ashton? So it wasn't a prank. She just released another live video where she was talking about her experience dating this white police officer that was a Trump supporter. And I'm sorry, I just had to stop watching within the first 5 minutes because she was romanticizing the situation like she did not lower herself to be with a man who was not deserving of her at all. Huge slap in the face to the people who are advocating for Black trans women every day, whether it be through social media, whether it be through our own societal communities, whether it be on the front lines, actually protesting. I can't justify that. Baby, the way I would have went to my grave never saying that. You should have kept it. You should have kept it, sis. You should have kept it. We don't need to know everything. We don't need to know everything. You're so much better than that. It just didn't sit right with me. Am I overreacting?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, the answer is yes. Oh my God, that's just a lot for somebody's dating life. Like, why do you care that much? It's not that serious.
I mean, I kind of agree that Laverne should have kept that to herself, but only in the sense that, like, it felt a little fetishy. Like, my white cop boyfriend got his handcuffs out on it. It felt like it was giving that. And so, for that reason, I thought it was maybe something that could have stayed in the drafts. However, successful promo for Laverne's show. What I will say is that the various levels of this, where this is supposedly problematic, like, a lot of them are focused on that this mystery man was a cop, and apparently, like, cops are just bad. I'm
Yeah.
very critical of our criminal justice system, and I support lots of reforms, but I don't believe that police are all or inherently bad. I think most individual police officers are actually probably trying to just help their communities, and it kind of was gross to me, the, like, inherent villainization of a New York City police officer in a lot of this discourse.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty standard. You know, she could have kept it to herself for brand purposes, but, you know, I mean, the thing about I think the reason she probably posted about it is because for a lot of these leftists, they do kind of like fetishize MAGA because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like the forbidden fruit. Like they look at it as like these like toxically masculine men that you shouldn't be with, but if you're with them, they're like into it. Does that make sense? So
Oh,
I
yeah.
can
Did
see
you ever get
why.
that when you were, like, a MAGA influencer, like, woke libs hitting you up
I
and wanting you?
I
I
think
definitely
I
used to
think
get that in DC. Some of the, like, Democrat gays would tweet about me negatively and then flirt with me at the gay bar.
Yeah, there's some like I've dated a few guys who are like on the left who I could tell that there was an undercurrent there, but I think I might be a little too feminine for that. I don't really ooze toxic masculinity enough, but that undercurrent is definitely there. And Laverne's probably just really excited about it because she had a good experience. She was in love and she wanted to share it. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Not a good brand move, but I'm glad she
No,
shared it. I don't know.
and I don't agree that, like, just because you were a Trump supporter, especially years ago before some of this stuff got more extreme, that means you hate trans people or don't think trans people should exist. People are more complicated than that. People have more nuanced views than that. And in Trump's first term, he did a few things, but he even gave answers about bathrooms and other things where he seemed a lot more indifferent to the trans
Mhm.
issue, and it just wasn't that big an issue. So the idea that somebody would support Trump doesn't mean they hated trans people. Even now, I mean, Trump has gone very hard against trans rights, and some things I agree with him on. Some things I think he goes very much too far and is too cruel in his rhetoric about. But even now, somebody might still support that, yet not hold those same views. People don't vote and endorse everything a person believes, and people are more than who they vote for at the ballot box. So I don't really accept this idea that, like, a romantic relationship is with a person whose MAGA is verboten. Like, not really.
Especially a cop that they met in 2020 in New York City. You wanted that cop to vote for the left at the height of BLM? Come on.
Mm-mm. See,
Like let's be serious here. I don't know. I mean, I'd
that's a
be
good point.
interested to hear from the cop just because now I'm nosy and
But why?
see, but
Why he would never unveil himself? He would get so much harassment.
he'd have to probably quit his job. But yeah, I just think I've dated a cop before, and there is no way. I actually dated one around 2020. There is no way that any cop was supporting the left at that time. No way, shape, or form.
Now,
So
what's so funny to me about this story and this outrage cycle on TikTok is that there first was this wave of criticism of Laverne Cox from the woke crowd, but then there was a criticism of the woke crowd from the even woker crowd because they were upset that y'all are criticizing and critiquing this black trans woman, and y'all don't say the same thing about white trans women and white gay men. And it prompted this whole, like, woke versus woke discourse. I'm not even kidding. Take a listen to this.
Why are Black trans women held to the harshest and highest standards when they have been objectively the most marginalized community in existence? Black trans women are the most marginalized and vulnerable community in existence. And Black trans women have also objectively done the most for the LGBTQIA plus movement. They drove the bus and then were thrown off the bus and are getting pushed off the bus and not supported by the members they helped contribute to the rights. Nobody really talks about this or gives them credit, but when one of them makes a mistake, everyone is gonna fucking crucify them. And nobody seems to be talking about the fact that white cis gay men are held to an extremely different standard. White cis gay men, nobody romanticizes the conservative straight man more than a white cis gay man. And you guys forget, I was a gay man for 21 years, so I know because I have firsthand experience this. And even the tribes within the community just mirror the patriarchy. Why do you think twinks and femboys are at the bottom and muscle gays and jocks and the most masculine gay guys are at the top? And when gay men such as like James Charles, who are actively predators, allegedly predators, and who contribute to this notion, as well as, again, romanticizing straight conservative masculine men, in a sense, idealizing and worshiping them. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody talks about it. It might come up every now and then when someone has a scandal and then it's completely dropped. So why are the members of the LGBTQIA plus community, who are the most marginalized and vulnerable, who need the most protections, the most scrutinized and the most criticized in the community? Like, they can't take a misstep?
That was like slam poetry. Like it was like her sentences wouldn't be over. There'd be one word left, but there would be a giant pause in it. I can't keep up with that. I'm sorry.
I mean, there was a lot of Delulu in there for sure. Like the whole like Black trans women drove the gay rights bus and all that nonsense that's
got
been
confused.
debunked.
The bricks at Stonewall, she confused that with Rosa Parks, I think, and then just like made her own. Whatever.
Of course, Black trans women barely even existed as a concept at the time of Stonewall. They're talking about Black drag queens who played a very minimal role in the gay rights movement. It's kind of woke mythology we've been over before, but other stuff in there, like no one even talks about it after mentioning James Charles, who people definitely talk about. That said, though, maybe I don't think it's for the reasons this person thinks, that like, oh, because everyone's racist against Black trans women. But I actually do kind of agree that people freaked out way more about Laverne Cox doing this than they would if like a woke gay influencer had talked about sleeping with a MAGA man. But I don't necessarily think it's because they're all the woke people even are secret covert racists or transphobes. I think it's because Laverne and trans activists like Laverne are more coded as like they're progressive warriors, so they felt more betrayed by it.
The mob has more power over them. So when they realize they can attack Laverne because she's very outspoken in their belief system, then they're going to do that. It's like when somebody tries to cancel you, you can only be canceled if you let them. So the further left you are, the more susceptible you are to being bullied by the left. It's a very interesting concept, and it shows you where their priorities are. So it's not, I guess I don't necessarily disagree with this creator, like the premise of that long video, but I just disagree with the reasons as to why.
When I edit it, I might have to put that on 1.5x because that was a yap session and a half. But you guys let us know what you think. Have you seen this unhinged discourse on the internet about Laverne Cox? Do you side with Laverne? Do you side with the critics? Let us know in the comments. Make sure subscribed if you aren't yet. Do hit that like button while you're at it. Subscribe to Clarkson's YouTube channel as well. And we will be back with more Normal Gays content real soon.